or the replay. So I got this question from, it wasn't really a question, it was more like a fear or like a wondering about Pinterest, and I wanted to explain it right now. So I not only did somebody from this group ask me this question, but I also saw it in another Facebook group. So for example, like a lot of people, when they see Pinterest increases your visibility probably like 100 times, maybe like 500 times more than what Instagram gives you. Okay. So what that means is when you go onto Pinterest and you pin consistently and you use a strategic system. Hey, Shakira, how are you? If you guys are hopping on now, say hey, I want to talk to you guys. So if you use Pinterest strategically, which I teach in my Pinterest marketing course, I will leave that link below after this live stream. When you use Pinterest consistently and strategically, you are guaranteed, no matter how many followers you have, you could have 0 followers on Pinterest, okay? Because Pinterest is a search engine. So if you use it strategically, you are guaranteed to get more eyeballs on your content in a couple of days than you probably have ever gotten on Instagram ever. So I know Jess, she just signed up for my Pinterest for Business course, and she I think she was in my course for like literally 3 days, this is just crazy. She was in my course for 3 days and saw more people, more eyeballs, ideal clients looking at her content than she ever had on Instagram ever, like in her life. So one of the questions that I get a lot when it comes to my Pinterest course or just Pinterest in general is, okay, I see that there are a lot of monthly views. Like I see people are getting more eyeballs on your content, which is like, first of all, that's the first step in the funnel journey, which is what I want to explain to you guys today, is the concept of a sales funnel and why you need to nurture your audience. And you should let go of the expectation that somebody is going to purchase from you the first time that they see your product or your service, okay? Especially if it's a $25,000 mastermind, $1,000 product, it doesn't matter, okay? Cold traffic does not buy that product unless it is like perfect match in that moment in time, okay? Which is like, I never want to say that would never happen, but the chances of that happening are like slim to none, okay? So one of the questions that I got from somebody was, and somebody that was looking to purchase my course was like, okay, I see that the people in your course are getting 1 million plus ideal client eyeballs on their content per month. Okay. That means 1 million people have seen their content after a month of using my course. All right. So what I want you guys to do after this live stream, I want you to go on your Instagram channel and I want you to look at your analytics and I want you to see how many people are looking at your Instagram profile. I think they update I do this every time, I always forget. They either update their statistics weekly or monthly. Go look at your statistics, okay? And I want you to let me know if you're getting 1 million people per month looking at your content, okay? I want you to go back and then comment on this video. So the girls in my course are getting 1 million plus unique monthly viewers looking at their content. So they see their content, see their pins, click through, whatever have you, repins, all of that stuff, okay? The follow-up part of the question was, okay, I want to use Pinterest to sell my new mastermind. So I'm just going to make up a random number. Let's just hypothetically say a mastermind is usually like in the thousands, okay? So she was like, I want to use Pinterest to sell out my mastermind. Like, is that possible? And I was like, no, that is not possible. Because one, if that were the case, I said this in a previous live stream, I would be like, if that were actually the case, if anytime you saw like a Facebook ad or like, you know, a Pinterest pin, an Instagram post where somebody was selling a $25,000 mastermind and you came across their pin the first time, if someone actually bought that, like I said, the rarity of that happening is less than like 1%. It's probably like really less than that. And the reason is because it's not because of Pinterest. It's because your cold traffic does not know who you are. That would be like if you pass somebody on the street and they were like, hey, I'm a business coach and I'm selling a $25,000 mastermind. Do you want to come like join it with me? You're going to be like, who are you? Like, I've never seen your face before. I don't know if you know what you're talking about. I don't know any of your credentials. I don't know any whichever have you about you. So why do you think that I would pay you $25,000 if it's the first time that I've ever seen your content? Okay. Which is why so like going back to the question was like, she wanted to sell her mastermind program using Pinterest. Okay. But the fact of the matter is that people do not buy products that are north of $500 without even knowing whoever the heck that you are. Okay, unless they have a specific need to purchase that product, and if it's like a software product or something for their business. Okay, so I'm going to elaborate on how the Pinterest funnel works. So, and I elaborated with my answer with her question, so I'm going to keep talking about the $25,000 mastermind pin. And I was like, the way the Pinterest funnel works, any sales funnel, the way that it works is that you need to nurture your ideal client with consistent, valuable content. That's the whole reason why we post on social media. It's not to like, you know, start a social media channel and be like, sell, like $25,000 mastermind pin, $50,000, you know, VIP option, like XYZ 1, 2, 3, and then expect to be like a millionaire in 2 days. That is not how it works, because nobody knows who you are. In order to nurture the relationship between you and your ideal client, you need to build the know, like, and trust factor. And you can do that easily by providing daily valuable content consistently on your social media channels, okay? And have a website. Have some workbooks that you give for like less than $5. Have something that you can give to your ideal client so they know that you know what you're talking about. My favorite place to do that is in this Facebook group. My favorite place to do that is on Instagram. I'm in the process of repurposing all of these videos and putting them onto my new YouTube channel. All you have to do, and obviously my Pinterest, like that's a given. But like what you need to do is when people join Pinterest, okay, you should never be sending somebody from a Pinterest pin to like a $10,000 product, because you're literally wasting your time. And the reason for that being is because it is very, 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 very rare that you're going to have cold traffic purchase a multiple $1,000 product from you. It doesn't really matter who you are. If they've never heard your name, they don't know who you are. Why would you expect somebody random to purchase that from you? What is a better way to go about it is directing people to your free valuable content online. So when people ask me, I'm not talking about affiliate marketing on this. I'm talking strictly for selling your own digital products and courses if you have an online coaching business, okay? Or maybe you sell like, you're in direct sales, network marketing, and you want to sell your products. If you want people to purchase from you, they need to know, like, and trust you first, okay? It's not the other way around. We don't start social media channels to become an influencer. We don't start social media channels to make money. We don't start any of this for like the greediness of what we want out of it, okay? Remember, it's not about us, it's about them. So how can we show up consistently to provide value to our ideal clients so they know what we are talking about, so then they know, like, and trust us. So then when we offer a product to them, they will have no hesitation in buying the product or service because they trust us enough that we know what we are talking about. If you guys are watching, let me know if this makes sense right now. So going back to the question, this one girl that's in this group, she asked me that she wanted to get my Pinterest for Business course because she wanted to use Pinterest to sell a mastermind that she was promoting. Okay. Now, the way that you need to go about the Pinterest sales funnel, Instagram, Facebook, it doesn't even matter. You can't just start a social media channel to sell what you want to sell. Okay, that's like sleazy, salesy sales tactics that no one likes. That would be like if you walked into a store. This is like one of my biggest pet peeves. If I walk into a store and I want to buy something, like if I walk into a clothing store and I'm like, okay, I want to like look around, I want to see what I like, I want to try stuff on, make sure it fits my body. The last thing that I want happening to me is when I walk into the store and the salesperson is like, oh, buy this, buy that, try this on, try that on, like, oh, this would look cute on you. And I'm like, don't tell me what I like let me look, okay? And that's what your ideal client needs to do. When they come into your world, They need to be educated by you for free so they can see if you know what you're talking about. In the land of fake it till you make it fluff central, okay, which is the world of social media, faking it till you make it, like you need, like if you are not consistently providing value every single day on social media, you will lose. Because the first thing people are now is skeptical. Because all these people are throwing claims, every which have you, make 6 figures in 2 months. Like I made 8 figures in 24 hours, da, da, da. I'm not saying that potentially couldn't happen. It does happen, but the majority, okay? We're talking about the majority here. So back to the Pinterest funnel. Okay, Shakira says good examples. I'm glad you like that. So going back to the example, which is where I actually saw this in another Facebook group, and one of the girls asked me this in this Facebook group. She said, could I use Pinterest to sell my mastermind? You can, but can you pin your mastermind that's $25,000 and link it right to the checkout page? No, you can't do that. Okay. Like hypothetically speaking, you could do that. Like you can do anything you want in the world. But at the end of the day, these people, they're your ideal clients. Like they're searching for the solution to their problem, which like, you're like, yeah, like the mastermind is a solution to my problem. Like da 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 da. But they don't know who you are. Okay. You are a solution out of multiple solutions, okay? That just because you post one thing on Pinterest doesn't mean that you're the only person doing it, okay? So in order to nurture people through the funnel journey, so you start as this cold customer, it's like cold traffic, okay? They search for the solution to their problem either on Google or on Pinterest. When they search for you because you have the answer, they want to be nurtured in that sequence, okay? So they want to be able to go walk into the store and try some clothes on. They want to be able to like pick which colors they like. They want to see, if your clothing fits them. So does your vibe fit the way that their vibe is, right? Just because like I'm not the only Pinterest person out there, but that doesn't the reason why they're called your ideal clients is because the way that you teach, the way that you show up is what they've been waiting for, okay? That is why they're your ideal clients. So when they search for you, you should be giving them value. So I love sending people to my Facebook group right here where you guys are watching. And I love doing that because I show up every single day, whether that be on a live stream, text, a quote, it doesn't matter. But I'm consistently providing value. So when somebody from Pinterest, which happens multiple times a day, clicks and comes to my Facebook group because they have a problem with social media. They even search, how do I grow my Instagram following? How do I become an influencer? How do I, this guy is like doing the trash and he's like looking at me. How do I become an influencer? How do I use Pinterest to grow my business? Anything related to social media. They're coming to my Facebook group because I have the solution to their problem. I am not selling anything to them directly. So when they come into this Facebook group, or if they go follow me on Instagram, or if they join my email list, which are all options that I have going from Pinterest, I nurture them with value. Okay? I'm not like sell. Here's a $50,000 mastermind. Here's a $100,000 year-long VIP upgrade session with me. Here's, a $2,000 product. That's not what I'm doing. I'm allowing them to be nurtured by my education. And then throughout that process, which usually takes a month, 2 months, 3 months, it could literally be never. Like just because you have an ideal client, that's somebody in this group, that doesn't mean that they're going to purchase from you. But that is never your intention. Okay. You need to show up daily and consistently because you are the expert and people are waiting for you to show up. Now, what is a natural byproduct of providing value to people? When you provide the solution to their problem, when it comes into a course or a mastermind, or maybe it's like a summit, they are going to want to purchase it. because they know that you know what you are talking about. Okay, so when people come into this group from Pinterest and then they are nurtured by my, and then they realize that, sorry, I got a call. I hate when that happens. They're nurtured by my content, then they purchase my Pinterest for Business course. So when people ask me, oh, well, you get all these monthly views on your pins, but where's the profit? And it's like, I am getting profits from Pinterest, but it's not a direct, and remind you guys, I'm not talking about affiliate marketing now. I'm talking about my digital courses and my online business. Affiliate marketing, direct affiliate marketing pins, I make thousands of passive income a month from that. I am talking from business coaching, business side of this. So when people are directed from Pinterest to my valuable content, they are nurtured by the education that I provide them. So when I make an offer on what they have a problem with that I have the solution to, they are going to purchase. It could be a day later. It could be months later. It could be a year later. It's whenever they decide to purchase. Okay. So whenever I get the question where it's like, okay, I see your students in your Pinterest for Business course, they're getting, and this is honestly unheard of. Those girls in my Pinterest for Business course are getting 1 million monthly views on their Pinterest per month. Okay. And I said to you guys earlier, I want you to go look at your Instagram page and tell me after this video, how many people are looking at your Instagram profile. You can see on your business analytics per week, per month. It doesn't matter, because I know it's not nearly as much as 1 million. Okay. So they're getting 1 million ideal client eyeballs on their content, which means chance for repins, clicks, et cetera, to their website, to their Facebook group, to their Instagram. Doesn't really matter. Okay. When people go onto Pinterest, they want to search for the solution to their problem. They don't necessarily, like I said, if it's like a product under $500, they don't mind being sold to. But if it's a $25,000 product from a pin on Pinterest, you can't have high expectations with that. I'm not saying that you can't ever post a $25,000 product on the Pinterest. Like, if that's what you want to do, go right ahead. But even with a Facebook ad, the likelihood of that happening isn't very high, okay? That usually is sold through nurturing, through emails, through a webinar, through other forms of marketing funnels, okay? So I'm gonna wrap this up. Okay, Shakira says, so content is king. Yup, you have to post every single day and consistently, because best known beats best. Okay. And not only that, if you stop posting or you only post once a week, and like, especially if you are only on Instagram and Facebook, 3% of your following, not 3% of Instagram and Facebook, 3% of your following is seeing your content. So if you're only on Instagram and Facebook and you're not posting, like, you know, updating your Instagram story multiple times a day, if you're not posting a lot, like, you're really lowering your chances to even be seen by your ideal clients. So yes, Shakira, content is king. So the thing is that we need to show up every single day, because that, like, our intention is to educate people. Okay. And our ideal clients cannot find us if we don't show up enough for them. That's why search, like, this is why I'm like, telling you, search engines are the answer. Because when you go onto Google, when your ideal client goes onto Google and they type in, how do I grow my Instagram following? How do I grow my online business? What are the best online business coaches, like, for female entrepreneurs? Like, all of these things, like, people type in their problems onto a search engine. Okay. They by chance see it on Instagram and Facebook. Why? Because it's a time sensitive platform. Time sensitive means your content dies in 30 minutes unless you're already a celebrity. Okay. Unless you already have millions of followers or even like tens of thousands of followers, then it lasts for maybe like a day or two. But if you don't have a lot of followers on Instagram and Facebook, and your content is like literally it's like barely searchable, because if you're only relying on hashtags are also time sensitive. So if you're literally competing with the celebrities of Instagram and Facebook who are already taking up the top ranked hashtag posts, like, and yours are just only going on recent. So since it's time sensitive, from the second you post that picture, your picture is going down. Okay, it's going down the search. And what happens after 30 minutes? It's dead. Okay, the opposite is true for search engines, because when you go into a search engine, it's relevance based. It is value based. You are ranked based on your value. You are not ranked by like your duck face selfies. You're not ranked by your skimpy bikini pictures. You're not ranked by, you know, how many likes you're getting. It's value relevance based. So if people are searching for the keywords that you inputted on your picture, then your content's going to come up. Okay. And the more people that click and like repin on that content, the more traction it is going to get, and the higher it's going to be up on the Google search engine, the Pinterest search engine, and it stays there. It does not move. Okay. When you are number one on the Google search engine, it's going to take a lot for that link to move. Like, you have to be like not using the search engine for a while, or there has to be somebody else that just like completely blows you out of the water. But when you're number one on a search engine, just like think about it. Like, take a step back and think, where it's like when you see websites that are number one on the search engine, like if you typed in Amazon on Google, Amazon.com is coming number one on the Google search engine, and it is staying there. It's not moving. Okay. That's how Pinterest works with your content, but only if you put it on a search engine. So I'm going to wrap this up because that was like a little bit of a side rant. Hey, Mark, how are you? Trash man wants better social media marketing. Yeah, the trash guy was like literally parked like right there on the street, and he was probably like, what is this girl doing? Which is not the first time that someone's probably ever thought of that, because my phone is propped on my steering wheel. And like I said, I'm just talking to myself. I'm looking at myself, and it looks like I'm probably like taking a selfie or whatever, but I don't really care. So guys, I'm going to wrap this up. If you guys have any questions, let me know in the comments before I hop off. So to wrap it up, can you make $25,000 off of a Pinterest pin? You can, but you have to nurture your ideal client through emails, your value, or wherever you host your value online. Okay. You have to nurture your ideal client through, it could take like months, it could take years, it could take days. It doesn't really like, it's really up in the air, and it like really is dependent. That's like, there's so many variables that go into this play, but like at the end of the day, can you link your $25,000 mastermind in a pin and just expect people to buy, like expect it to like fly off the shelves just because you posted it on Pinterest? No, I would not expect that. I'm not saying that that could never ever happen, because I'm a big believer in like not ever saying that things can't happen, because it probably could. But if you were to sell a high ticket program and you wanted to promote it through Pinterest, you're better off nurturing them through a sequence where it's Pinterest pin, takes them to your free content. They can digest it. That's why it's so important to, like what Shakira said, content's king. You have to produce content every single day, because if you never show up and then you just randomly decide to sell a $50,000 program, do you really think somebody's going to buy it if you have no content that they can search for and they have no idea who you are? Do you think some random, that was like walking down the street. Imagine somebody passing you on a street, and they just come up to you and they're like, oh, like I have this $25,000 mastermind. Like, I heard that you like social media marketing. Do you want to join it? And you're kind of like maybe there's like a 1% chance, like maybe, like, why don't you give me, like, can I like, see what you got? Like, do you have any posts that I can relate to? Do you have any videos that I can watch? Like, you want to learn from the person before you invest in them. That's just like a normal thing. Okay. So when people say, okay, I see that you're getting all these unique monthly views, like millions of monthly views, which is like freaking unheard of. Like, if you compare it to Instagram, it's like literally like 1,000 times, maybe it's probably even more than that. I don't even know. It's probably like 100,000 times more than what you're seeing on Instagram, like people viewing your content. Okay. I want you guys to look at your Instagram analytics and compare that to a month after using Pinterest and seeing 1 million views per month on your content. I want you guys to look at that and then let me know what you guys, think about that in the comments after. But okay, I just went on a rant. So what was he talking about? So, okay, the $25,000 mastermind. It would, like, literally, first off, I would be a freaking billionaire. That's what I said in the beginning of this video. I would be a billionaire if, like, I was just like, hey, I have a mastermind, just, like, pin it nonstop and, like, expect to have, like, 80 people in, like, my $100,000 mastermind. Like, yeah, that would be living the life. That would be get rich quick scheme. And I'm the first person to ever say that nothing in life should be a get rich quick scheme. Nothing is a get rich quick scheme. If you were persuaded by one, or if someone said that you could get rich quick, it's not true. Don't believe that shit. Like, work for your influence and work for, you know, what your purpose is, right? Like, why are we so, like, I feel like there's like this group of people online that's just like, they see like people who are experts like myself teaching what we know. And I've spent the last 8 years doing this. And there was this, I was in this other Facebook group where this guy, he's like really amazing at Instagram marketing. And someone was like, is anyone better than this person? And they name dropped him. And I literally commented and I was like, if you know that that person's the best, like, why don't you just learn from that person and then get the results that you're looking for? Like, why do you keep trying to one up the best person? It's like, now you're just avoiding success. It was literally like the quote I posted this morning in this group. You're avoiding success because you're doubting success. But when you doubt success, you doubt yourself. So, okay, I'm just like rambling on it. So can you sell your $25,000 mastermind directly from a Pinterest pin? Probably not. There's like a 0.0001% chance. But what you can do is you can nurture your ideal client through free content daily and consistently, and then sell them from a $25,000 Pinterest pin. So when somebody asks me, okay, but what are the direct profit results from Instagram? If it's under $300, like if you're focusing on like, you know, $37 products, like even like affiliate marketing products, like what I do, where it's like retail, and now I'm doing like workbooks and my digital courses, that's better all for like direct selling, because you're providing a solution, like a direct solution to the problem where people don't really have to think about the purchase. But if you're trying to lead somebody from a Pinterest pin to like a mastermind that's high ticket, that's more unlikely, okay? The better way to go about it is by directing them to your free content, allowing them, it's kind of like walking to the store, the example I used earlier. Walk into the store, you don't want people shoving clothes in your face, you don't want people being like, buy this, buy that. You're like, no, I want to try it on, I want to see if it fits me, I want to see what colors I like, all this stuff. People do the same thing online. When they see you, they want to know, like, and trust you. And when it's check, 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 there you go. You have a new customer, which is your ideal client, which makes it even easier because they came to you from a search engine. So you know that you are the person that can answer their problems. So I'm going to hop off. I keep like looking over at my clock because I'm like, am I late? Am I? Because I go to CrossFit in like 15 minutes. So I'm going to hop off. But if you guys have any questions about what I said throughout this live stream, if you have any comments, concerns, like have another question about social media marketing, always let me know in the comments, because your question could quite literally be the topic anonymously for the next live stream. So I hope you guys have an amazing Tuesday, and I will see you guys tomorrow on the next live stream. Bye guys.